past 5 years, there's been a 38% increase in physical attacks towards teachers. There's been a 60% increase in disruptive classroom behavior. Don't worry, it gets worse. Verbal abuse is up 40%. And the thing that they call other student acts of disrespect, which just means everything else that we can't quantify, like a kid took his shoes off and then put them on his hands and walked down the hall on his hands. We're like, what is that? Goes under other acts of disrespect. 78% of educators, specifically in the Midwest, would really like to address their students' social emotional needs.
The amount of teachers who have had to take time off, go out on medical leave, or even just walk away from their position as a teacher because of physical health issues is astonishing. Chest tightness, headaches, digestive issues, exhaustion, having to go on anxiety medicine, autoimmune disorders. When the nervous system
is destroying classrooms and classrooms being evacuated while the student destroys the classroom. There was another one of these that made the rounds on social media this past week, but this has been happening a lot in recent years, getting a lot of media attention when a classroom is just completely destroyed, right? Like all the stuff is dumped out of the bins, furniture's overturned, stuff is ripped off the walls, and presumably this is done not because no one could stop it, but because there's some sort of, I don't know, behavior plan or safety plan or de-escalation plan. Like there's some idea circulating out there.
People are laughing. Yeah, I'm going to go. I don't even care if I don't get paid today. I'm just a stupid old white lady. That's all.
Ain't no way I'm sorry.
Yeah, do whatever you want to do. I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway.
This don't make no sense.
There's all this stuff like, well, you need to compliment the kid more. You need to give them more affirmations while he's just setting a desk on fire.
Yeah, it's like we were talking about. It's like, what other job can the customer walk in, put their hands on you, right, and then be back there tomorrow?
There's all.
Can we talk about the fact of when and how did teaching change to behavior management? Because I'm no longer teaching. 98% of my job is behavior management.
When I first got into teaching, everybody was talking about how you gotta have classroom management, manage the classroom. When I got in the classroom, I realized that they don't give us a damn chance to manage the class. They won't let us manage the classroom, and the whole time we get mismanaged. We got zero authority, can't say nothing, can't do nothing. The math ain't math. What y'all playing games for? On paper, they tell us what we can do, but when we get in the classroom, all we get is can't. If you're a teacher, you can't raise your voice, you can't put a kid out, can't call home without it turning into a parent conference that ain't got nothing to do with why you call. If they answer the phone, if the number work, can't write referrals without it getting redirected, can't take their phone. That's a fight. You don't even want to try to take their phone these days. They will try to kill you. You can't fail them. You can't look at them too long without somebody saying we targeted them, but expect us to walk in the classroom and act like what's happening really ain't happening. Hey.
I'm a former teacher, and I have a warning for the future of the world. Schools are becoming a breeding ground for hate and for a complete disrespect of any authority. If nothing changes, it's going to lead to the complete destruction of the fabric of society. I know that's a big...
These kids could do everything in the book. Play games, video games, spend money at the store, tell you what they gonna do and what they not gonna do, get all the nicest clothes, the nicest shoes, do all this being grown folks' business, tell you what they mama did the other day, who was in their room, tell you about what they was doing in the room. They could talk to you about weed, they could talk to you about sex, stuff that they don't got.
Wow, you see, who's to blame? The serpent and his bed wench, the nigger woman. Believe that shit. You see? See? You to blame, nigger woman. You to blame. But guess what, though? You didn't come over here to be successful anyways. You see? Esau Edom pseudoscience, his corrupt ass, filthy, nasty ass, beast ass system. You see? You know, yeah, he promote transgender. That's the beast ass system. You see, Transformers, 4B, right? Plan B. You see, ain't I'm right? Exactly. You see, nothing but confusion and corruption by the devil. This place is done, man. This place is done. Let's get a couple of scriptures and shut it down. And, you know, it is what it is. You see, I don't want to be alone with this lesson, man. This place is crumbling, man. You understand? You see, the elites, the Rothschilds, the Rockefeller, they set up Planned Parenthood, Me Too, 4B. You see, they set that shit up on purpose, man. You understand? You see? You know what I mean? You know why? Because Esau Edom, he's a faggot, man. You see? He don't believe in family foundation. You see? It started with the family, with the father. He's the leader. He's the king. You see? It don't start with Esau Edom telling you what to do. A base man. You see? This is Deuteronomy 30. Deuteronomy 30. You see? Deuteronomy. It's the book of Deuteronomy, book of Moses, book of Moses. Deuteronomy 30 and 14. Deuteronomy chapter 30 and 14. But the word is very nigh unto thee. You see? But niggas don't want to take heed. Niggas dumb, stupid, and crazy. And naive, pussy whipped ass niggas. You niggas are pussy whipped. You see? You idolize coochie. You worship bitches, man. Blind, dumb, stupid, and crazy, and naive. You see? You know? Deuteronomy chapter 30 and 14. Deuteronomy, book of Moses, book of Moses. This book of Moses, Deuteronomy 30 and 14. But the word is very nigh unto thee, you see, in thy mouth. See, what is he talking about? His men. See, you see, he set particular, precise, certain men up, man. You understand? You see? Yeah, to do certain things, man. But you niggas are very rebellious, disobedient, evil and wicked and funky and nasty and ugly acting, especially so-called black woman. You see, that bitch is gone way on the left-hand side, way in left-hand field, if you will. That bitch over 30 years old with no man, no husband. You see, you know. Deuteronomy 30 and 14. But the word is very nigh unto thee, you see, in thy mouth. See, you see, he talking about his men that he used to inform his people, to enlighten you when it comes to the truth, you see, and in thy heart, you see, that thou mayest do it. What is your heart? Your brain, your mind. Did you see that shit? You see? That's what he talking about, man. He set up precise, particular, certain men. You see? You know? You know what I mean? See. You see? See. I have set before thee this day life and good. See? That's talking about the men of the faith, man. Starting with our head apostles, man. All the way down to young brothers like myself. See, he talking about men that he set up precisely. You see, pertaining to what? Life and delightfulness. You see? But you women don't want to love us. You women gonna get burnt the fuck up. The Heavenly Father gonna burn your bitch ass up. He gonna blow your ass up. You see? Yes, with Satan 1 and Satan 2. If you don't want to love his men, bitch, fuck you. You see? You know what I mean? See, you see, see, I have set before thee this day life and good. See, you see, that's not talking about Edomites, so-called white people. They represent the wicked, evil demon devils, you see, and death and evil. That's the key. That's the point. You see, that's the point. That's the key. That's the key. That's the point. He said death and evil and wickedness. That goes into so-called white people. It's a balance. See? See? Yeah. The good and life represent Jacob. But niggas can't catch on and see that. You see? See? Esau represent destruction. A thief. A rapist. A murderer. A devil. A crooked ass serpent. A viper. A red dragon demon devil. You see? Nothing but vipers and cobras and pythons and serpents. They represent death and evilness and wickedness. You see? Wickedness and evilness. See? See? But y'all want to talk shit about his men. Calling us bums. Calling me a rapist. You see? He ain't nothing but a bum ass nigga that sit on dirty couches raping bitches. Wow. You see? This place is done, man. Finish. Capiche. You see? Like say call Loim La, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Call Loim La, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. All praise Mashiach, Yahweh Shai. Call Loim La, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Kwam Yasharala, Prince of Power, yeah, Jerusalem, we up. Yeah, Jerusalem, we up. Call Loim Blah, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, all praise Mashiach, Yahweh Shai. Call Loim Blah, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Salaki. Salakia, brothers. God damn, man, that's the devil, bro. Yeah, man, trying to cause friction, man. Trying to throw me off. You see, it's all good, man. We gonna continue to proceed. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. It's nothing but pollution. This wicked ass, filthy, nasty ass place we live in. You see? Gotta keep snorkeling and you know, hacking. Whatever, man. Blowing our nose. You see? Sneezing, coughing. Man, I don't know, man. I'm just saying, bro. You see? When we get to the kingdom, it ain't gonna be none of that. You see? Irritation and shit in your nose and your mouth and your throat. Can't even talk right. Harkling. You see? This shit is madness, man. Real talk, bro. We need healing. We need salvation. We need deliverance from the Heavenly Father. You see? Wow. These heathen devils, they don't go through what we go through, man. They not earned the covenant. You understand? You see? Why you think this demon devil, his his government, his power structure collapsing, becoming crippled and brittle and crumbling. You see? Look at these demon devils, man. You see these people? Niggas, nigglets, niggas, especially so-called white people, you see? They spilling the beans, man. What she say? Us teachers, we quitting. We can't take it. Exactly. We told you dick sucking ass niggas, man. You see? That's not where it's at, man. Trying to have a career, trying to get a PhD, you see, a master degree, a bachelor degree. That's not where it's at, man. You helping the devil, Mr. White Man. You see? You should be trying to centralize and focus on turning back to your only true living power, Jerusalem. You Latinos, Negroes, and Native Seminole descent. You see? You see, when you teach bitches to wear pants, that's feminism. See, that shit started from the elites. Bitch, I know what the fuck I'm talking about, motherfucker. That's why you hate me. You see, yeah, the elites started that shit, man. The Rothschilds, the Rockefeller. You see, think about it. You will never see they women, the Rothschilds. You see, the Rockefeller, the Rothschilds, the Gettys, the DuPonts. You see, the Bloombergs. You will never see they women, they daughters and nieces wearing fucking pants, bro. Come on, man. You see, they want to perpetuate that bullshit up on our people, bro, and society. It's a goddamn agenda, you see, and you wonder why these teachers walking out. I can't take it. You see, it's the book of Philippians 2. You see, Philippians chapter 2 and 3. Philippians 2 and 3. It's the book of Philippians chapter 2 and 3. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory. See, everything you see in Babylon the Great, full of strife, and vainglory. Look at you niggas. You blowing niggas away. You see, you blowing each other away every day over Popeye chicken buns. You don't do that to crackers and Peckerwoods and honkies? Exactly. See? You see? But this devil using niggas as a scientific project. You see? Yeah. A scientific project. You see? They cloned Tyrone. Yeah, they gave you Popeye chicken buns. You see? GMOs. Right? Exactly. See? You see? Yeah. Tilapia. And niggas be eating that shit, bro. That's GMOs. Did you see that shit? You see? Philippians 2 and 3. Philippians 2 and 3. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory. You see? But in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other better than themselves. You see? So what's he talking about, man? The ones that's on a low level. You see? They didn't sell out and suck dick. Did you see that shit? You see? See? To the devil the Bible speaks of. Esau, Edom. Did you see that shit? You see? Ain't worrying about selling out. You see? He said the lowly, the ones that's on a low level. You see? Them the ones that the Heavenly Father dealing with. Didn't he just say that, man? It ain't my fault you can't comprehend. You see? How the Heavenly Father work. He don't deal with people on a high level, on a pedestal. You see? On high. The devil got you. Satan, that's your father. You love darkness and evilness and wickedness. You see? See? Wickedness and evilness, deceitfulness. Did you catch that? Did you see that? Believe that. You see? All this shit is vainglory, man. Under Esau, Edom. Pseudoscience. You understand? You see? Too many goddamn single mothers.
They could talk to you about weed. They could talk to you about sex, stuff that they don't got no business knowing about. But you know one thing they can't do? Read. They can't read. And you can't blame the children. Y'all not gonna believe me, but the teachers are crying themselves home. The teachers are getting in their cars and they're crying on the way home. Teachers are getting home and they're crying because of this job. I just thought y'all should know that, okay? Not me. I'm not one of those teachers that cry, and that has allowed my job to make me cry.
So yesterday morning, I sent out emails to all the parents of my students who were failing my class. It was just like a vague email of like, hey, by the way, your student is failing. These are the things that they're probably missing, like major assignments that we just did. We have a test this week. I'm giving them a study guide, yada, yada, yada. Here are some of the responses I got. First off, I had a mom upset that I didn't send individualized emails. Yeah, I don't have time for that. Most of them are, failing for the same reason, so it felt okay to just be like, hey, check your kids' grades. My son was gone for 6 days. Can he be excused from the assignments? No. Also, they didn't tell me who their son was. They just said, can my son be excused? So somehow I'm supposed to magically know who everybody's son is. I work almost 50 hours a week, and I am in school. I don't have the time to monitor every lesson or review study guides with my child. Okay.
I'm just
is not leaving the public schools in Augusta, Georgia. It makes no sense how these kids carry out, how these parents allow these kids to come to the schools, and they have no respect for the teachers. The teachers are basically drained. And then when you go out and you try to help these people out with missing teachers and teachers leaving and don't want to come back, and folks have to combine classes because of the fact that, teachers rather be calling out. That's because these kids have no damn home training. And
So did you hear about the public education system? Yeah, K through 12. Well, apparently they have removed it under the Department of Education to now it's under the Department of Labor. Now, there are a lot of us who have said from the very beginning that, school does a certain thing to your children, and this is just another reason and confirmation that you need to get your kids the hell out of public school and homeschool.
so there was a video.
Wow. You see? I just said the same goddamn thing. Let me tell you something, man. It was a president. I wasn't even born. You see? It was a president. I think his name was Theodore Roosevelt. You see? He said the greatest knowledge, the greatest education was reading the Holy Bible. Why the fuck did he say that, man? You see? That made me think Theodore Roosevelt, he must be a nigga, bro. He just had that pale skin to some degree. But guess what? Hold up. You see, because a lot of my lineage goes into Scottish. Yep. A lot of my lineage, it goes into Scottish and some Sicilians and Scandinavians. Yeah, real talk. Yeah, when it comes to me, you see, I'm just being real, man. You see, why did he say that, man? Why did he say that, man? Theodore Roosevelt. You see, he said the greatest education is the Holy Bible. Wow. You see. This is the book of Ezekiel 23. You see, Ezekiel 23 and 43. Ezekiel chapter 23 and 43. Ezekiel chapter 23 and 43. Then Ezekiel 23 and 43. Then said I unto her that was old in adulteries. Wow. You see, that's dangerous, man. That's powerful, man. He talking about the spiritual wickedness. You see, the fornications, the wines, the philosophies of the devil. See, you see, will they now commit whoredoms with her? Exactly. That her represent the daughter of Babylon. You see, and she with them? Question mark. It's powerful, man. You can't make this shit up, man. You see? Ezekiel 23 and 43. Ezekiel 23 and 43. Then said I unto her that was old in adulteries, the children of Israel, man, constantly, continuously, consistently going off. You see, following heathenistic customs, heathen ways. Right, exactly. See, you see, will they now commit whoredoms with her and she with them? Question mark. See? It's powerful, man. Esau, Edom, bitch ass philosophies. Got people fucked up, man. You see, you know.
Going viral about Gen Z and Gen Alpha being unemployable. And I'm 100% sure that is true. The video I made about No Child Left Behind being the worst thing ever happened to this country, all it does is piggyback off of that. I have seen for myself people who come into interviews late, if they show up at all. I have seen people come in with their parent. I have seen people come up in pajamas. I have seen people in the middle of an interview ask if they can call their mother so she can explain the question to them or give them an example. I have seen people with no education, and I mean none, no education past high school, demand higher pay, higher benefits, like more leeway, and you don't even have the education to back that up. And it's all because these children are so entitled and they're not used to working for anything.
He just dropped, and this one is wild. College students can't do middle school math, and I'm serious. UC San Diego, one of the top public universities in the country, just admitted that 1 out of every 8 incoming freshmen can't even handle basic algebra, and professors are now having to reteach elementary school math just to get the students caught up. And get this, 25% of those students in the lowest remedial class that are learning elementary school math got a 4.0 GPA in high school math, straight A's, but can't do the work. And why is this happening? Because they eliminated real standards.
Hanging around teenagers as a teacher and just really getting to know them, you know what their biggest problem is? It's them having anxiety about situations in life that they never experienced. And they get this anxiety from social media because people are sharing their perspectives on life or situations with their family or their jobs. And it's starting to fester in their little brains. Without even experiencing stuff, they'll be like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't like that. And I'm like, why? Because so-and-so, I've seen so many videos on TikTok about it, like.
This message is for the parents who don't know what's going on in the classroom as it relates to kids not being able to interact with what their teachers are trying to engage them with. There is this thing that teachers are talking about that has to do with, let me just give you an example. Okay, so I'm standing in front of the classroom and I say, all right, guys, students, scholars, whatever it is the teacher calls your kids, take out your yellow notebooks, turn to page 14, and the kids just stare. Like they don't even move. Some of them don't even move. Some of them start moving around It's like, I know I'm supposed to be doing something because she's still staring at me, but I don't know. And then they raise their hand and say, do you want us to take out our notebooks? That's a real question. Yes. Okay, so then some of the other students start taking out their notebooks while the others are still just staring. And then when they take out their notebooks, someone else says, what page? What page do you want us to turn to? Okay, turn to page 17. So then some of them start taking out their notebooks and turning pages. By now, some of the ones who are still staring are now like trying to reach in to take their notebooks out and still looking around like, I don't know. I see other people doing stuff on their desk, so I'm going to do it too. And, instructional time is lost just in a simple directive. Just a simple directive. Because it's taking you 3 to 5 minutes to get everybody on the same page. Just to open their books. That's if you decide that you want to wait for them. You could just leave them and just let them struggle.